Welcome to episode number 3 of this Vinny J NHL 23 Be Pro series. And today, I'm obviously playing my Vinny J NHL 23 Be Pro series. It's episode number 3 of this series, like it says in the title, and like I said 15 seconds ago. It's episode number 3, like I said, of this series, like it says in the title, and like I said 20 seconds ago. And like it says in the title, and like it says on the screen right there, it's a Memorial Cup final. Whoever wins this game will win the Memorial Cup. It's just one game. There's no best of 3, best of 5, best of 7 series. There's no series, period. It's just one game. We're the Vinny J's on the Hamilton Bulldogs. That is Vinny J right in the middle of the screen, number 7, as you can see right there. I think you can tell that's a Bulldog. So yeah, Hamilton Bulldogs versus the Edmonton Oiltons. We've already played the Oiltons because we did play 3 round robin games because there was 4 total teams in the Memorial Cup. And you play the other 3 teams once. So you have 3 round robin games. The first place team gets a bye, right to the final, and the team that got the bye was the Oiltons. They went 3-0 in their 3 games. And then the second place team and the third place team play each other in a semifinal. And then the winner of that game will play the number 1 seed in the final. The winner of the semifinal will play the 1 seed in the final. And then the 4th place team, well, didn't make the playoff rounds. We were the 3rd place team. We finished 1-2-0-0 with 3 points. Yes, you did get 3 points for a win here in the Memorial Cup. 3 for a win, regulation win, 0 for a regulation loss, 2 points for an overtime win, and 1 point for an overtime loss. So we're 2-2. That's including our semifinal win against the St. John Sea Dogs, as we won that game 5-0. So in a round-robin round, we went 1-2-0-0 with 3 points. And then obviously we won our semifinal game against the St. John Sea Dogs in St. John's, because we were the 3 seed, they were the 2 seed, so the higher seed was the home team. We were on the road and completely we completely just demolished them. I mean, 5-0 on the road, and now we're on the road still because we're the 3 seed and the Oiltons are the 1 seed, so the higher seed is the home team. So we're on the road for the Memorial Cup final. We're 2-2, they're 3-0. So let's find out who's gonna win the Memorial Cup. Hopefully it's us. And for Vinny J, right now he's played 4 games. All 4 games here in the Memorial Cup. He has 0 goals, 3 assists, 3 points, and all 3 of those assists have come in the last 2 games. He had 2 assists in the last round robin game against the Oiltons, where we lost 4-3 in regulation, and then that's where he got his first 2 assists, and then he got his 3rd assist in the semifinal. So in the first 2 games he had 0 points, but in the last 2 games, in the first 2 games he had 0 points, but in the last 2 games he has 3 points. All 3 of those points were assists. But he's right now projected to 95th overall in the NHL entry draft. So that's like I said in the last episode, late 3rd round, early 4th round, somewhere around there. But if I can hit maybe like a goal or 2, or maybe like a goal and 2 assists, or 2 goals and an assist, or 2 goals and 2 assists, if I can have like 3 or 4 points in this game, I might be able to maybe, I'm not saying, I probably won't be able to go 1st overall unless I did like a hat trick in this game, and even then I still might not go 1st overall. But if I did say even like 1 goal, and let's say 1 goal, 2 assists, I might be able to bump my projection to maybe like 60th or 70th, I'm not sure. Because if 60th or 70th, I would be like late 2nd round, early 3rd round, instead of late 3rd round, early 4th round. But either way, let's get into the Memorial Cup final here on June 5th, 2022. Bulldogs at Oiltons in Edmonton. Here we go. So yeah, game's on June 5th, 2022, which in real life was a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but what, 7 months ago or whatever? Because in real life it's January 3rd, 2023, but in this game it's June 5th, 2022. Away influence for us, home influence for them. We both have the same offense, rating for offense, but the Oiltons have a better defense and goalie than the Bulldogs. Style traditional, length 5 minutes, still semi-pro, honest, Turner adaptive. Let's get into the Memorial Cup final right now. And then after this game, regardless if we win or lose, I will be doing the NHL entry draft, and then maybe, depends how long the video will be at that point, I might play the first preseason game with whatever team Vinny J, and I might play the first preseason game with whatever team Vinny J gets drafted by, maybe. Let's watch in presentation. Jane Sabalski, Memorial Cup final. We're at Harbor Stadium in Edmonton, Alberta, I assume. It did say Harbor Stadium, or Harbor Arena, something like that. As we're on your way here in the final, we want to open and draw. Here's number 2. Number 2's done it. Vinny J's done it. It's loose. It's still loose. As we're 45 seconds into the final. And dumped in by the Oil Tins. I'm not sure why he did that. Good play. Here's number 23. 23's got it. Feed me! And a shot! Almost got through the goalie. I got minus 25 points for a badly aimed shot, but that almost snuck through the 5-hole of the Oil Tins goalie. So this is Harbor. I think it's at Stadium or Arena. I assume Arena because you usually don't have a hockey arena called Stadium at the end. What a hit by 23! And Vinny J slams the wrist, turns around, save room. Oh, he hit the puck out of midair. 19 did, but it was stopped by the only other shot. Stopped by the goalie, which is Kosa. Because I remember him from our last round robin game where we lost to the Oil Tins 4-3 here at the same arena. And we lose a face-off. And tipped out of there. And what a hit in front of the bench. And now the Bulldogs got it. And 19, passed it to 19, but it was picked off by Edmonton. As we're 4 minutes into the game here. And a shot stopped by the goalie. Rebound! And I poached the puck away. And then it went on our goalie and he covers it. 15:49 to go in the first. And I might be on the bench. Yes, I am. Here we go. No score, just over 4 minutes into the game. 12:59 to go in the first. 5-on-4 power play for the Oil Tins. There's 1:42 to go on that power play. 12:59 to go in the period, no score. And we lose a face-off. And he loses the puck, clears down the ice. I'm going to get there first. And the other goalie doesn't come out to play it. He could have, but he didn't. But then I just got absolutely demolished. But I just demolished that guy. It wasn't the same guy who hit me, but it was one of his teammates. And a shot is stopped by the goalie. There was a tweet in the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see. It's about me being flat here in the Memorial Cup. Yeah, 3 assists is not good. It could be worse, but it could be a lot better. Here we go. And number 8, or we win the face-off. Number 8 will clear it down the lane to the ice. And I'm going to get there first again. And oh, I had a guy backdoor, but it hit a skate. There's Neighbors. That's like the one skater I know. And then Kosa, their goalie. And Neighbors lost the puck. And dumped down the ice backhanded by the Oil Tins. This guy's dead. And he is. I bumped him a little. And now a backdoor feed. It's nowhere near. There was plenty of players there. Here we go. This guy kind of bumped him. I'm going to get off the ice here, which might have been a mistake with the puck in our zone. And they scored. They scored right when I went off the ice. And now there's 24 seconds to go in the first. So I sat for like 10 minutes. 1-0 Oil Tins. They scored right when I got off the ice. Not sure if I was tentatively on the ice when the puck went in. But now there's 20 seconds left. Here we go. 10 seconds. Live for a buzzer beater. Here's 19. Vinny J shoots it. Saved by Kosa. And the Oil Tins has got it. And turned over. Vinny J with one last shot. Hit a stick of an Oil Tins player, and then it was stopped by the Oil Tins goalie. Even if it went in, it might have been too late. 1-0 Oil Tins after 1 here in the final. So I'm not sure if I tentatively was on the ice for that first goal. I'm not sure. Shots 12-7 in favor of the Bulldogs, but the Oil Tins have the only goal of the game. As I don't think I was on the ice. For some reason, everyone's plus-minus is 0. How's that even possible that everyone's plus-minus is 0? So I played just under 6 minutes, 5 shots already, 0 for plus-minus, and then obviously 0 points. Here we go. Second period in the Memorial Cup final, 1-0 Oil Tins. But I gotta step my game up, or I'm gonna go like 4th round in the draft. Here we go. Now we open draw the second period. Here in the final, 1-0 Oil Tins. And he got putt-jet from behind, but then we putt-jet them. Here's a shot, got through everyone, but stopped by the goalie, and it's another badly aimed shot. Here we go. Here's this guy. I was going to hit him hard, but that could have been a penalty. Here we go. And a shot got blocked, and I drew a penalty. Sits on 5 for the... Okay, sits on 5 for the Bulldogs, and then my pass is intercepted, but I drew a penalty. Call a slashing. Neighbors, too. Jake Neighbors is going to the box. But I think I'm on the second power play. I think I'm on the second, because I'm off the ice. Okay, so it says 1:32 to go on the power play. 17:35 to go in the period. Still 1-0 Bulldog, or 1-0 Oil Tins. I'm taking the face-off, and I win it. I didn't even know I was taking the face-off. And right in front, oh, what a save by Costa, and he passes it out. And then it's cleared down the ice by Edmonton. And I was right on net. Here's Vinny J up the gut, or up the side. Got around the guy. Backdoor feed! It's stopped by Tosa. It wasn't really backdoor, but it was to the slide. I tried to do like a goalie screen, but it was stopped by the goalie. 17:07 to go. And there's like 1 minute to go on the power play, give or take. The penalty I drew was 2 for slashing. 1:05 to go on the power play. That's when I'm out there on the power play, I take the face-offs. I lost that one, and it's cleared down the ice. So I'm 1 for 2 on face-offs. So my first goal here in the tournament. Is anyone going to get the puck, or I will, because I actually know what I'm doing. Here we are, it's 22. To Vinny J. He'll shoot it! And I believe it got blocked. It did get blocked. Let's reset it back to the point here. Vinny J's got it, and not blocked again. And now into the slot, got picked off, and it's cleared down the ice. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Bulldogs got it. 22's got it. Vinny J right up the middle. He'll shoot it! Saved by the goalie. Rebound! Sitting there! But stopped by the goalie. 16:09 to go in the period, and the power play might be over. If it's not, there's like 10 seconds left or less. I'm off the ice. And there were 7 seconds there on the power play, but... And I think I got on the ice literally, I think, like 10 seconds later. 16:03 to go. 1-0 Oil Tins. And because now it's not a power play, I'm back at left one. And we lose the face-off. And I destroyed that guy in the Oil Tin zone. Here's Neighbors. And now I got picked off by number 22. Here's number 2. And number 2 slamming the brakes. Passed it back to me. You didn't miss anything. Puck is in their zone. 14-14 to go in the second. 1-0 Oil Tins. Here we go. We still have the puck here. And now right in front, Vinny J. Stopped by the goalie. Now Vinny J still got it. Oh, I had the side open, but I believe it was blocked. Man, I had a good chance there. Here's Neighbors. And I did play by Vinny J. And how did I miss that? Oh, I just destroyed him. And destroyed him. And a glove save by the goalie. Pass it out. 12 minutes. Here we go. Vinny J's got it. Got through everyone. Shot in a may of people. And it's loose and they score. Number 19 scores for Hamilton. We're tied. As my shot was blocked by multiple players, I'm pretty sure. There was a lot of trapping in front of the net. It was blocked. And then the rebound, or it was blocked, and then the puck was just sitting there, and number 19 found it and shot it blocker side on Tosa. I don't think I got an assist, though. But I still did a +1 for +-, and we're tied at 1. 7:13 to go in the second now. It's a 1-1 game after that goal by number 19. I'm pretty sure number 23 had what? I just blocked that pass. I'm pretty sure what number 23 has the puck right now had 4 goals in the semifinal. Here we go. Here's 19 who tied the game, but latest number 23 had 4 goals in the semifinal, I believe. Here we go. Here's a centering pass. 23 who had 4 goals in the semifinal was stopped by Tosa. 5:41 to go. We're tied at 1. Now the coach is going to talk to us probably about it being tied. Vinny, we're putting the pressure on them. Don't stop now. I can do that, coach. I'll keep putting the pressure on them. So the summary is continue pressure. We've got the last goal, which was like 4 minutes ago of game time or something, or 5 minutes ago of game time. Here we go, late in the second period, or towards the end of the second period. It's a 1-1 game. Here we go, 23 sitting in the face-off for Hamilton. And we win the draw. Number 8's got it. Blocked in front. And Peters has got it. And up against the boards here. And I don't know what that was. Here we go. Right in front. Neighbors lost the puck. It was just sitting there. And then eventually it goes wide of the net. 19's got it. Then it's a my pass. And 19 has got full off the line. And that's onside. Up ahead, Vinny J scores! What a hit by Vinny J! Or what a hit Vinny J took, but he made the play and scored. What a play as he just busted through everyone as he got behind the fence. What a pass by, I believe, 19. And then Vinny J took a massive hit, but still scored. 5-0 on Cossa, I believe. And the Bulldogs have their first lead of the game. What a play for his first goal of the tournament. And all I asked was for more shots and time on their zone. Should be in their zone, but on their zone. But I'm never going to complain about a goal. Me either, Coach. That should put this game to bed. Well, me either, Coach. This should put this game to bed. I wouldn't say that because it's only a 2-1 game. If it was like a 4-1, 5-1 game, maybe. But it's a 2-1 game, Vinny. But still, we have our first lead of the Memorial Cup final. But what a play. As I got behind the defense. Assisted by, it was by number 19 and 23. I'm not sure if it was 23 and then 19. Or 19 and then 23, but it was by both of those guys. Here we go, up ahead. Here's 23. Up ahead. And shot! Love save Cossa. And he passes it out to Peters, who just got absolutely crushed. And a shot! That might have skimmed my lead. I think it did. I got out of the bench here. 1:40 to go in the period. 2-1 Bulldogs into my goal. As I have 1 goal in this game. I total of 1 goal and 3 assists here in the tournament. 2-1 Bulldogs after 2 periods of play here in the final. As you can see, this is my goal as I got behind the fence. And then, I don't know if it actually went 5-0 on Cossa. But I don't think it went 5-0. It might have. I'm not sure. But either way, it went in. As I got behind the fence. As I got behind the fence and scored. I want to see that goal again. I do have a goal celebration, but I didn't really. I do have a goal celebration. It's not the same one I've been using for the last like 3 NHLs where I run on the ice. Because I don't think that's one where I throw my hands up and then run on the ice. Run on the ice, but I don't. I wanted to use that goal celebration, but when I was looking at it right before I started filming here, I didn't see it. So my goal celebration is doing like a guitar solo with my hockey stick, but you can see I got behind number 9 and number 7 for not Hamilton, but I got behind number 9 and number 7 for Edmonton, and then number 23 for Hamilton fed me. And then did it go 5-hole? I don't think it went 5-hole. No, I don't think it didn't go 5-hole. But it was a great pass by number 23, Vinny J, right in the slot, point blank range, and from right in front of the goalie in the blue paint, he backhanded it past Cossa, and then took a big hit. No, I wasn't the reason I ended up on the ice is because I hit the goalie afterwards. Good thing there was no goalie interference, because I did hit the goalie, but it was after the puck went in the net. Because you didn't see the puck was in the net right now, and then I hit the goalie, and then ended up falling down and was laying on the goal line for a second before I got up and celebrated. I did to use your goal celebration. You have to double hit triangle. I did do that, I'm pretty sure, but because I fell down, it didn't register that I did do that, so that's why I didn't do my goal celebration. Because I believe to do it, you have to double hit triangle, which I believe I did. It just because I fell down, it didn't register that I did double hit triangle, so I couldn't. So my goal celebration didn't happen. Although I did double hit triangle because I fell down, it didn't register I did do that. I did it, but because I fell down, the game didn't recognize I did double hit triangle. But either way, it's a goal. That's all I care about. My first goal of the tournament, 3rd period, we won the open and draw. Dumped in by number 2 as we're up 2-1 as we begin the third here in the Memorial Cup final. Who will be the hero here? Who will be the hero? I don't know if the hero, because it is a 2-1 game, but I don't know. Here we go, Vinny J up ahead. White ice in front of him. Here's 23. He shoots it. Oh, what a save by the blocker, Tosa, and the puck goes out of play. 18-24 down the period. Now, coach is not talk to us. Vinny, or not Vinny, Jay, we're in a close game. We can't let them back in the game. Time to shut the door. Don't worry about it, coach. They aren't getting back in this game. Well, it's only a 1-goal game, so the challenge accepted is continue the pressure. That's the same challenge as the first one. Here we go. Face off in their zone, just into the third. Or just in about a minute and a half into the third. Here we go. Now we win the draw. Number 8's done it. Glove save Tosa. And he covers it. 18-12 to go in regulation. 2-1 Bulldogs here in the final. Shots at 27-15 in favor of the Bulldogs. Remember, we lost to the Bulldogs in the last round robin game, 4-3. But we're up 2-1 here in the final. Here's Neighbors. Puts the puck away, but he got it back. What a hit by my teammate on Neighbors. Here we go. I don't like Neighbors, and then this Peters guy. Here we are. Here's Vinny J. Slams in the brakes. Finds 19. Good save by the blocker. Here's 19 again. Vinny J. Another blocker save. Another shot. Another same place, but stopped by. Now 42. What a hit. I got it back. And I didn't mean to do that pass. Right there. Interference, ref. Here we go. 15-40. There's Neighbors. Puts it away. There's 19, 23, 23 and 19 assisted in that order on my goal. Here's 19. Here we go. Oh, what a hit. Down low. Back door. I don't know why I went to the slot like that. Here's Neighbors. I have a B+ overall. I do have 1 goal in this game. In total, I have 1 goal and 3 assists here in the tournament. And it's 3-2 Bulldogs, 7 minutes to go. So it looks like the Oiltons, based on what it said on the left there, the Oiltons tied it at 2, but then Bulldogs just scored with like 7:01 to go. They made it 3-2. So the Oiltons did tie it at 2, but then we scored after that. They made it 3-2. 6 minutes to go. Good hit by Vinny J. So we're up by 1 with 5:45 to play. Here's 75. 75 feeds me. Score! And there's my goal celebration. His 2nd goal of the game. Vinny J with a great performance here in the championship, or here in the Memorial, or a great performance by Vinny J here in the Memorial Cup final. Blocker side on Tosa, and I did my goal celebration that time, the guitar solo. Blocker side on Tosa, 2 goals in the final for Vinny J, or 2 goals in the Memorial Cup final for 2 goals in the Memorial Cup final for Vinny J, and we're up 4-2. If I blinked, I would have missed that one, Vinny. That was a nice snapshot. Thanks, coach. It was, and that's not the 100% the dagger, because there's still like 5 minutes left, but we're up by 2, so we have some insurance. Up by 2 with like 5 minutes to go, give or take. 5:24 to go, and we're up by 2. Here we go. We win the center ice face-off after I score it. My 2nd goal of the game. Here we go. Here's 24. I'm going to destroy him. I missed him. Might have been a penalty if I hit him, though. Under 5 to play here in the final. 4-2 Bulldogs. I have a chance if I'm out there for when they pull their goalie off. They don't pull their goalie for a few minutes here, but if I'm out there for an empty net, that was a massive hit. I might have a chance for an empty netter and a hat trick. Here's 19. Here we go for the hat trick. Saber on the score! And that could be the dagger. 23 scores, his 1st goal of the game and 7th of the tournament. 16:29 into the third, and we're up by 3 with like 4 minutes left. Under 4 minutes to go, I believe now. As I have 2 goals and 1 assist. As 3:31 to go, as the boos are starting to happen, or are starting to rain out here at the arena. Here's Vinny J. Onside. Got it through everyone. 19's got in. They almost put that puck in their own net. There's a shot blocked. 2:30 to go. And right in front, hit the goalie. What a hit. 2 minutes to go. People are starting to hit each other. Oh, what a save by the goalie in the slot. This guy's dead. Okay, well, I don't. Oh, now there's a fight. There's a fight. So I won't be able to get the hat trick because there's like a minute and a half left. I'm fighting. I'm not sure who I'm fighting. There's a second fight. There's a second fight off. So the last clip ended right when the fight was, well, right in the middle of the fight. The fight still happened. I paused the game, but the player that I destroyed is now fighting someone else. I'm dead serious. I think right at the end of the last clip, that player which I hit hard, he went over to one of my teammates and started fighting him. So now I'm still fighting. Here we go. Beat him! Beat him! Let's go! Plus 310 points for the fight win. And I believe there might be another fight here. And there's another fight. I thought there was. It's 75 for the Bulldogs and number 24 for the Oiltons. And they win that fight. But I've rarely seen two fights at the same time. I've seen it before, but I've rarely seen it. As that was weird. It was me, and after that big hit, I'm not sure why I'm just standing outside the penalty box. But there's two guys in each box. Both guys for both teams get 5 minutes for fighting. There's only 125 to go, so all four of these players, well, their game's done for. As I have an A for offense, or A for overall, A plus for offense, B for defense, and an A plus for team play. My goodness, 1:10 to go. I'm just gonna sim to the rest of the game. We're up by 3 with 70 seconds to go, and that's it. The Bulldogs have won the Memorial Cup. Memorial Cup champions. That's what the Hamilton Bulldogs are. My goodness, what a story for the Bulldogs. Came in as a third-place team, beat the Sea Dogs in the semifinal, and then beat the 3-0 Oiltons in the final. 5-2 is the final here in the Memorial Cup final, as the Bulldogs have won the Memorial Cup here in 2022. As I had 2 goals and I believe 1 assist in this game. I don't think that's gonna bring me. I don't think that's gonna put me as a. I don't think this performance in this game is gonna put me at. Or is that? I'm not sure if this performance in this game is gonna be enough to be the first overall pick, but hopefully at least gets me in maybe the second or third round. Greatest tradition in sports, the handshake line. There's our captain right there, number 21. Handshake, shaking hands with number 13 for Edmonton. Where's Vinny? Vinny J is right there. He's right there. You can see him sort of behind the player. There's number 19. Handshaking, I think maybe number 19 for the other team. And there's the captain, number 21. Is going to be first raise the Memorial Cup. There it is. Hopefully, I should raise Memorial Cup because I mean. And that is me, Vinny J, second to raise the Memorial Cup, as he had 2 goals and 1 assist here in the final. And third is going to be one of our 2 alternate captains, which is number 9. Number 23 should raise it. Number 13 is now raising it. 23 should raise it for having 7 goals here in the Memorial Cup. And I believe that's our goalie now, is it? I believe that is our goalie. He did a good job in this here in this Memorial Cup. And here's the picture. Here's Vinny J. Vinny J, I don't know where he is now. I actually don't know where he is now. He's somewhere in that picture. But my goodness. My goodness, what a game. Third star is, I believe it was number 23, had 1 goal, 1 assist, and 3 hits. As I completed both challenges. As we beat and second star is, I believe it was number 19, 1 goal, 3 assists, no hits. I better be the first star, because I had 2 goals and I think 1 assist. I'm pretty sure. And, yeah, the first star is Vinny J. 2 goals, 1 assist, and 9 hits, and a fight win. That was my first ever fight in this series, and my first ever fight win in this series. So I won my first fight I won my first fight in my first fight overall here in this NHL 23 Be A Pro series. As I had 2 goals, 1 assist, 9 hits, and a fight win. And the most important thing about that is that was still insane how there was 2 fights happening at the same time. That was absolutely not hilarious. I'm not sure I've seen the bench. Yeah, it's over. There was 2 fights at the same time. Well, ours started first after a clean hit. There was no, the only look at this. So I'm fighting this guy, and then the guy that I hit is that right behind there. You can see him now. And then he comes out of nowhere and just drops the gloves. And quite frankly, the 2 players in that second fight should have been thrown out of the game. Because in real life, if you have 2 fights in the same stoppage of play, or if you have a second fight in the same stoppage of play, which in this case we did, the 2 players, both of those players in the second fight should, or at least in real life, maybe this is not the case in the Memorial Cup, but in real life, if you have a second fight in the same stoppage of play, both players from the second fight are automatically thrown out of the game. But yeah, all of a sudden he just 75 comes out. You have 2 guys, 75 and 14 for the Oiltons, stayed in over here, and then you have the player who I hit just hunched over in the corner, and then suddenly 75 dropped the gloves for the Bulldogs, 24 dropped the gloves for the Bulldogs, and they're suddenly then fighting in the slot, and then you have you have a fight in the slot, and then a fight in the right circle, and then you can see I won that fight, and then I was pretty sure right at the end of the last clip that the player that I hit raced over to fight someone, and I was like, there's no way there's no way he's not fighting someone, because why would he skate over there really quickly to not fight someone? And I think I could see the fight a little bit on the screen when it was mainly focused on my fight, but then in the corner of the screen it had some of their fight, and then obviously when my fight was over, which I won and got 310 points for the fight win, and went over to this fight between 75 for the Bulldogs and 24 for the Oiltons in the slot, and unfortunately 24 for the Oiltons did win it, so I won my fight, but then unfortunately my teammate lost his fight, but we still won the game. I mean, we still won the Memorial Cup. Vinny J was second to hoist it over his head, as I finished with 2 goals and 1 assist in the games. I have a total of 2 goals and 4 assists, I believe, in 5 games of the Memorial Cup. We finished 3-2. The Bulldogs did. We finished 1-2 in the round robin rounds. Was the 3rd place team going into the playoff round. Beat the Sea Dogs in the semifinal, and then beat the 3-0 Oiltons in the final, as we won the final 5-2. I mean, obviously in the first 4 games I only had 3 assists, but in this game I had 3 points. So through the first 4 games in the Memorial Cup, I had a total of 3 points, and then here in the final I had 3 points in the final alone. I had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, a +4 for plus minus, 13 shots, 9 hits, won 1 face-off, played 30 minutes and 17 seconds, and won a fight. Remember that as well. So that was a massive performance, a great performance for Vinny J in the Memorial Cup final. And now it's off to the NHL draft. Now there's a conversation with the reporter here. And then there's Vinny J in a hat and a sweatshirt, and just a blank background. You did it, Vinny. You're the champions. You must be excited. How did it feel to lift the cup? It's heavier than it looks, but it feels amazing to be here after such an incredible tournament. The analytics have mixed thoughts on your performance tonight, but how do you feel about it? Do you think you played a big role in tonight's victory? I think I did, because I did have 2 goals and 1 assist, and won a fight as well. I think I did enough. There's plenty of talent on this team to give credit to. It's a team effort, and it always has been. That's true, and there's plenty of credits to go around after a game like that. Enjoy your celebration. Yeah, will do. Everyone's getting a share of credits tonight, for sure. As I got plus 150 teammate. I take that every day of the week. 'Cause I'm not sure if I'm gonna play. Well, after I get drafted here in the NHL draft, I will be doing I might be playing one preseason game, maybe, and then even if regardless of if I play one preseason game here in this episode or not, the next episode will be Vinny J's NHL debut if he makes it to the NHL roster. Because I will be doing all the preseason or every game except for the one day I play in this episode off camera. So the next episode will be Vinny J's NHL debut if I make it to the the next episode of the series will be Vinny J's NHL debut, and assuming if I make it to the NHL roster or make the NHL roster, or that's assuming that I make it on the opening night roster for whatever team that drafts me. Vinny, I've been looking for you. I've done an update on your position in the draft. Want to hear it? Yeah, I'm not sure how well I've been doing lately. What's my rank? I'm 31st now. So I went from 95th. I went from 95th, which is, like I said, late third round, early fourth round, to 31st, which is late first round. And if I go somewhere around like 30, 35, that'll be late first round, early second round. And right now, at 31st pick, I'm not sure who it would go to. Well, there's 32 NHL teams, and the 31st pick it would go to the team that lost the Stanley Cup final. And if it did, and that's the Tampa Bay Lightning, I would definitely go to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have Stamkos, Hedman, Point, Kucherov. Yeah, and then they had Palat, but now he's on the Devils. You're 31st. You're doing pretty good. I think you could be higher, but you're also competing against or among the best of the best right now. You got a point there. I still have time to show off a bit though, so I'll focus on that. I don't have another game in the Memorial Cup, but either way, if I go around 30, 35, that's late first round, early second round, so I'll take that. So the first pick goes is Montreal, New Jersey, Arizona, Seattle, Philly, etc. And it only goes to the top 16. I mean, if I go 16 to Vegas, that's perfect. I believe the 18th pick is the Dallas Stars pick, so I'd be cool to go to the Dallas Stars. Conversation with the Oilers. I forgot there's some of these draft interviews. Usually it's with two teams. First one would be the Oilers. I would definitely go to the Oilers because there's Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And it looks like there's a GM, and then Vinny J's on the other side in a suit and tie as well. Vinny, I am GM Keith Wild. I'm going to ask you a few questions to get to know you better. Ready to begin? Okay. Your teammates invite you out, but you may not make it to your curfew. If you do you go with them? As long as I can do so responsibly. Now, if I have a game the next day, I wouldn't want to let my teammates down. Without a doubt, who am I to say no? As long as I can do it responsibly. Great to see you take preparation seriously. How do you spend your free time? Great to see you take preparation seriously. How do you spend your free time before games? I try to relax. I don't want to waste any energy before a game. I eat right and get some rest, but I don't sit around. That's interesting. If I talked to your previous coaches, would they recommend we draft you? I sure hope so. I've always tried to do whatever I could to help my team win. I had a draft interview score of plus 87. That is great. We'll ask them. I think they'll have good things to say. Thanks for your time, Vinny. Thanks for having me. Usually there's two draft interviews, so it's the Oilers, and then cool would be like it would be cool if it was the Dallas Stars, but also remember that I'm projected to 31st, and the Oilers, I think they have like the 20th or 29th pick, maybe 30th, because they did lose in the conference finals last year. So they would be, I think, 29 or 30. So now I have the Lightning. So it's the Oilers and Lightning. Lightning lost the Stanley Cup last year, or they won the Stanley Cup in 2020, and then they won it in 2021, but lost it in 2022. Or the Lightning won the Stanley Cup in 2020 and 2021, but lost it in 2022 against the Avalanche. And then the Oilers, I think that's the 29. So it looks like I'm guessing the Oilers have the 30th pick because they did lose in the Western Conference Finals to the Avalanche last year, and then the Lightning have the 31st pick because they lost to the Avalanche as well, but just in the Stanley Cup final. Vinny. I am Alex Ran Alexandria, not Alexandria, Alex Rania. I cannot pronounce that name. Dibbins. I'm gonna ask you a few questions to get to know you better. Ready to begin? Excited to get started. When you're on the ice, what's the best feeling for you as a player? Knowing I left it all out there on the ice and tried my best. That's a good feeling. Looking back at the end of the season, would you prefer having a few outstanding games or having been consistent every game? Consistency is key. A few games are not gonna make up for all the bad ones. That's what I like to hear. Lastly, is there any specific type of player you would like to play with? I'll play with whoever the management seems fit to put on the ice. I'll play with anyone. You won't be hearing any complaints from me. That was quite the interview, Vinny. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for having me. Plus 93 draft interview for the Lightning. So I had a plus 87 draft interview, or a plus 87 for the Oilers, and then plus 93 for the Lightning. So I also have the Avalanche. There's 3 now? I thought it was always only 2 draft interviews. Let's say it's 3 now. The Avalanche would be a great team to go to because they won the Stanley Cup last year. And if I join the Avalanche, I'll have a chance to go back to back. Vinny, I am Wade Austin. I am GM Wade Austin. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Oh, that's same thing. You have an important game coming up. How do you prepare? I try and focus a little more. I need that extra edge, okay? Good to see you have the drive to be the best player on the ice. So how much do you care about your stats? I know the only important stat is wins. My own stats aren't important to me. I usually don't look at my own stats. That never seems to help. Just do the team answer. So you like to know how you are doing. Last question, Vinny. How many putts could fit in this room? That's easy. Based on the size of this room, 150,000 putts could fit in here. I've never been very good at math. 100? I'm sure if we put all heads, we could figure it out. Let's go with the 150. That was quite the interview, Vinny. Thanks for joining me. I have plus 98 for the Avalanche. So 87 for the Oilers, 93 for the Lightning, I believe, and then 98 for the Avalanche. So that's, I believe, the teams that have the 30th pick, 31st pick, and 32nd pick. The Oilers, Lightning, and Avalanche. And now I have a conversation with my agent. At this rate, because of all these interviews, I'm probably not going to be playing a preseason game here in the in this episode. Like I said, I'll do all the preseason games off camera, and then next episode of the series will be Vinny J's NHL debut, assuming that he makes the opening night roster. All right, Vinny, this is the big day with your performance. You're projected to be picked around 31st. Are you excited? Yeah, hopefully I'll join another awesome team. I mean, Oilers, Lightning, and Avalanche are 3 teams that, well, lost in the conference finals, the Oilers did, but made it to the conference finals. Lightning won the Stanley Cup in 2020 and 2021, or the Lightning won the Stanley Cup in 2020 and 2021, lost it in 2022, but still, 3 straight Stanley Cup final appearances for the Lightning, and they've won 2 of them. That ain't bad. And then the Avalanche won the last Stanley Cup against the Lightning, and if I join the Avalanche, I have a chance for the Avalanche. Or if I join the Avalanche will. Even if I don't join the Avalanche, I still have a chance to go back to back. But if I join the Avalanche, I can help contribute the Avalanche's efforts to go back to back. No matter which NHL team drafts you, you'll learn a lot from them. Yeah, I can't wait. The draft looks like it's starting. Gotta go. Here we go. So right now, because it's probably not the Oilers, Lightning, or the Avalanche, or it could be some team that I never had an interview with. So like I said, I had 2 goals, 4 assists, and 6 points in the 5 Memorial Cup games. So here we got 33,279 followers. Let's start the NHL Entry Draft right now. Who will draft Vinny J? I won't go first to Montreal, but still, Hopefully, if I go 30th, 31st, I would still be the first round. Here we go, NHL entry draft. And I'm going to the Avalanche! As I'm the last pick of the first round, Avalanche, welcome Vinny J with open arms. They probably will. 32nd overall pick, the last pick of the first round. The last pick of the first round. And Vinny J, as you can see right in the middle of the screen, is a Colorado Avalanche. As I'm going to help contribute, hopefully, to the Avalanche's efforts to go back-to-back. What a game. And so with Vinny J, an Avalanche jersey with one of those people is GM. One's a GM. The other one, I'm not sure what the other one is. But Vinny J in an Avalanche jersey or uniform. I was the last pick of the first round. And this is me walking into the locker room in a suit and tie and dress shoes and suit and tie and dress shoes. Avalanche locker room. As you can see, the Avalanche on the ceiling and on the walls. As you can see, the skates, the goalie pads, the water bottles, and the jerseys, and the towels, and everything else that's in a locker room. As I'm not going to be playing a preseason game on camera at least, but like I said, all of preseason will be off camera. And then assuming I make it to the assuming that I make it on the opening night roster, the next episode of the series will be Vinny J's NHL debut. And I have a reporter Bashner, so the new reporter. Assume so because it's an NHL reporter now. Okay, it's loading. Okay, I was making sure that would be unfortunate if the game froze. Yeah, I'm the Avalanche sweatshirt, pants probably. You can't see the pants, but I'm probably an Avalanche hat, sweatshirt, pants, and an Avalanche background for this interview. Vinny J, not a first round pick, but the last one. Or Vinny J, not a first round pick, but not the last one, right? And with a big opportunity for playing in Colorado. Sure, the most important thing was being picked, and now I have to get ready for the NHL. These are the things we all dream about as kids. Now we look forward to seeing you in action. Do you expect to get a lot of ice time in the preseason? I want to, obviously, but the coach is to decide that, and I'm completely okay with whatever he wants me to do. Made sense. Good luck, Vinny. Enjoy this moment. Thank you very much. I got plus 75 brand, plus 300 management, and plus 75 teammates. Let's try to win the Stanley Cup with the Avalanche. Obviously, we're nowhere near winning the Stanley Cup right now, but I'm gonna help contribute the Avalanche's efforts to try to go back-to-back here in 2022-2023 season. Hello, Vinny. We met a few weeks ago before the draft. I'm Quentin. Why did the GM change? The GM was not as Quentin Ezra, GM of Colorado, in case you forgot. On behalf of the entire organization, I want to formally welcome you to the team. This is not the same GM name. I've been watching your performance during the tournament, but I wanted to ask you personally, how would you describe yourself as a player? I'm a team player at heart. I love working together with my teammates. Yeah. I think you'll enjoy playing for us now. We spoke with your agent, and he's setting up your entry-level contract right now. It should be ready soon. I have a meeting to attend now. We have high hopes for you. Good luck. Thanks. Looking forward to my first game. So I got plus 300 teammate for that conversation because I said I was a team player, which I am. Now I'm in the Avalanche hat, sweatshirt, and pants. Still simming. And then I have a conversation with my agent, which I think is about my entry-level contract. So, congratulations, Vinny. Now you sign your entry-level contract, and you're all set. Thanks, Taylor. Let's see the contract. Here it is. We agreed that you signed for $0.850 million for 3 years. So that's .850, which is $850,000 a year for 3 years. Signed contract. And that's it. You're in the NHL now. Go celebrate. Next time we meet, you'll be wearing that jersey on the ice. Of course. Thanks again, Taylor. And it's Taylor Matei is my agent. But remember, I still gotta do well in the preseason, because if I do bad, they might send me down to the AHL. So I gotta do well enough or good enough to make the open night roster. I was the 32nd overall pick in the draft, which is the last pick of the first round. I could sim. Didn't miss anything. I'm just gonna sim to the preseason, and then on the episode. It should be soon. And this skill tree at a later date. Okay, there we go. We're finally in the preseason. As you can see, there's Vinny J. Again, I'm number 9. This happened last time when I was on the Seattle Kraken. I was number 7. I wanted to be number 7. I was number 7 for the Bulldogs. But then when I went to the Kraken, I was number 9. And real life number 7 for the Kraken was Jordan Eberle, so that's why I was number 9. Now I'm number 9 for the Avalanche again, as our first game is against the Blackhawks at home in Denver. That's our first preseason game. I'm looking up his number 7. Who's number 7 for the Colorado Avalanche? Devon Toews, the defenseman, is number 7 for Colorado. So that's why I'm number 9. So last year I was number 9 because of Jordan Eberle. He was number 7 for the Kraken. And now this year I'm number 9 again because Devon Toews, the defenseman, is number 7 for the Avalanche. And obviously he's definitely not a rookie yet. I think he's a veteran, or if he's definitely at least like a 3 or 4 year player at least. So obviously he won't give up his number. Well, he could, but obviously in this case he doesn't. So yeah, looks like I'm on the 3rd line based on right there, as it says I'm on the 3rd line, 2nd power play unit, 2nd penalty kill unit, 2nd extra attacker, and then it says I'm 2nd for the shootout, and then it said I'm on the 3rd forward line when it's obviously a 5-on-5. So yeah, I'm a 71 overall. Personality is neutral. I'm a sniper, number 9, Vinny J, a center, but also I can play left wing or right wing, and I can play center and right wing, but also I just can play left wing as well. I have almost 94,000 followers. I'll probably be over 100K soon enough. And yeah, next episode of the series. This is assuming that I make it on the open night roster for the Avalanche. Assuming I made it on the open night roster for the Avalanche. Next episode of the series will be Vinny J's NHL debut here in this Be a Pro. I do go back to school tomorrow, January 4th. So next episode of the series will probably be hopefully this weekend. I do have a basketball tournament on this upcoming Saturday, the 7th. But hopefully on Sunday, the 8th, I'll be able to film the next episode of the series. Which, like I said, assuming that I made it on the opening night roster for the Avalanche, the next episode of the series will be Vinny J's NHL debut. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And like I said, this is definitely most likely my last video. Well, this is definitely my last video before I go back to school. So it was a great Christmas break, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, time for closing the board. If you hit subscribe to the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 4 of this Vinny J NHL 23 Be a Pro series. See you in episode number 4. And eat on a bacon and go Avalanche.